Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Before I get started with today's video, I just want to say thank you times 1,000,000 for all of the encouragement, feedback, positivity, comments on the other part of this video. So this is part 2. I will link right now part 1. I encourage you to watch part 1 before you watch part 2. But part 1 was probably one of my most favorite videos I've ever done here on my channel. And it was also one of the videos that I put off doing for nearly 3 years. Which I explained in that part 1. But I am so glad that I did that. I was nervous, I was scared, and yes, I did receive some hate, some thumbs downs, you know, whatever. But the large majority of you guys were so encouraging, and I loved reading all of those comments. I was actually on vacation when that video went live because I pre-film and pre-schedule all of my videos. And I had so many notifications that even though I was trying to not be on social media on vacation, I had to like click and see because it was like crazy. So thank you guys so much. It really means a lot to me as a mom and a homeschooling mom who somehow ended up here on YouTube talking to you guys. But it really does mean a lot to me to know that what I'm saying and what I'm sharing here is encouraging, or I hate to use the word, but you guys sometimes say it, inspiring to you guys. It really touches me deeply. So I just wanted to say thank you because part 1 was one of my favorite videos I've done. So here I am as promised with part 2. So in part 1, I shared why I started homeschooling. They were reasons I had written down about 4 years ago. And like I said in that video, those reasons all are still true today. So the cool thing is that now that I've been homeschooling for quite a few years, there are more reasons added to that list on why I keep doing it year after year. So all the things I said in part 1 still ring true to me today in my heart. And now I've got added reasons for you guys. And just like in part 1, I am not going to explain them. I'm just going to read them to you. So you guys saw this is literally the same notebook that had all of the part 1 reasons I had written down in it. And now I've got why we continue right here. So I'm going to read them to you. These are the reasons why I continue to choose home education for my 4 kids. Number 1, first and foremost, is I believe they have a stronger relationship with the Lord because of the time spent in me and my husband discipling them. We simply have more time. So that's reason number 1, why we continue. Reason number 2, my kids are learning more at home than they would be in the public school system where we live. It's just a fact. Number 3, they are enjoying school way more. They tell me that all the time. They're learning about things more in-depthly. They're learning about topics that will never be covered in public school. They're learning so many more things, and they're able to do it at the pace that they enjoy it. They're also able to research and learn about their interests, and all of my kids unanimously say that they enjoy homeschooling more, the ones that went to public school. Number 4, my kids are aging and growing and maturing at an appropriate pace, in my opinion. So they're learning things as they come, as body changes happen, but we are not 5 years ahead of where we need to be, in my opinion, and that makes my mama heart very happy. Number 4, they're safer at home. we don't live in a bubble. We also don't live in a small town. And we've got quite a bit of family and law enforcement. And so we don't live under a rock. And if you just turn on the news for about 5 minutes, chances are you're going to see something on there that's really disturbing and horrible. And I'm not saying you can prevent all of those things from happening to your kids, because it happens everywhere all the time. But the facts are the facts, and the statistics are lower. So as far as like school shootings, pornography, sexual predators, being teachers and different coaches and different things like that, I believe my kids are safer because they are homeschooled. We have a stronger bond as a family because we spend more time together, and it's wonderful most of the time. There is a stronger sense of team amongst us. My kids are able to help out way more around the house and with various things being homeschooled than they were when they were in the public school system. And I believe that those are very important life skills that often get overlooked, because when you're in traditional school, it is just so busy and it takes so much time up that there's only 24 hours in a day. I always lose count of my numbers. I should just not number them anymore. This one might seem silly, but my kids are healthier because they're homeschooled, and I really enjoy that. They still get sick, yes, but it's not constant. So I really enjoy them being healthier. I already touched on learning more life skills, but it's really, really true. That's a big part of why we continue to homeschool, is being able to learn life skills, i.e. laundry, cooking, cleaning, going here, going there, discussing. There's just no limit to it. And I'm not saying, of course, that kids can't learn this if they're not homeschooled, but this is a part of why we continue to homeschool. Another one is the sibling bond between my kids is so much stronger. I've got a daughter who is 11 and a daughter who is 6. So if they were in public school, I would have one in middle school, which in the area we live is a different school than the elementary school, and I would have one, her in elementary school. And my little girl idolizes her big sister like most little sisters do. And I know for a fact that if she was in public school and had the peer influence of other girls who are moving on maybe a little before their years, in my opinion, that my two daughters would not ever have played American Girl together. They would not play mermaids together. These types of things that strengthen their sibling bonds, it just wouldn't be there, because my 11-year-old would probably be thinking she's way too old and way too cool to be playing that or whatever. So the fact that they have a strong bond is huge for me. And to tie in with that, I believe homeschooling has made my kids able to work out conflict between each other more strongly. They spend 24/7 together. 4 kids at once under the age of 4. They are all very close in age. And yes, they fight. Yes, they argue. But they have to learn how to work together and work it out more frequently because they are together so much. Otherwise, their lives would be miserable. So I really believe that it has taught them stronger problem-solving skills. It's also taught them more about each other, the different personalities. We've got a super sensitive one, and we've got one that's very literal and black and white, and you can see that relationship might be a struggle. So I feel like homeschooling has made their bond so much stronger, and as a mom of many kids, that is all I want for my kids, is when they are all adults, that they truly love each other and are there for each other no matter what, long after I'm gone and my husband's gone. So that's a huge, maybe like top 5 of these reasons why we continue to homeschool. Another one is that my kids all play competitive club sports, and they are better at their sport because they're more rested, we're able to work our schedule around what we need to do. And so they all perform better athletically. And when your child is gifted in the athletic sense and has potential to do, you know, really awesome things in their future, as a mom, you know, you want to do everything to encourage that. And that is definitely where I'm at. And obviously, being in the fitness world, I really value that area of life for them. And so they all are able to perform better because they're sleeping till they wake up and they don't have to get up. They get to eat throughout the day and they're not coming home starving. You know, all these things play a part in your child's energy level and how they behave and how they perform. So that's that might not apply to everybody, but that's one of ours. The next one is we have less stress as a family because of all the things I said before. We have more freedom. If we need a day off, we take a day off. If we need to go here, we go here. If we want to go on vacation, we go on vacation. If we have an opportunity to play soccer in this state, we go play soccer in that state. I mean, that we just have so much more freedom and we really enjoy that. And the last reason that I have here for why we continue to homeschool our kids is for the time spent together. The common cliche, I was just talking about this with a friend last night at dinner, but what's the saying? Say it with me, the days are long, but the years are short, right? We all have heard that, and boy, is it true. And sometimes when you're going through a rough season, that is not an encouraging thing to say to someone, but truly, I know without a shadow of a doubt that I will never regret the time I spent with my kids and the time that my kids were able to spend together. It may seem like an eternity, but the fact is, you know, I've got maybe like 6 more summers where all my kids are under one roof together. And so the time that we're spending together right now and the memories that we're making right now they're irreplaceable, and you cannot put any, like, they're just so valuable to me. So that is the last and final reason why we continue to homeschool our kids. Of course, there's probably more than I listed here, but these are pretty much the ones that stuck out to me as I was thinking about this. I would love to know if you agree with my list here, respectfully, of course, and if you've got any different reasons, I would love to hear from you as well on why you continue to homeschool your kids. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please give this one a thumbs up to let me know that you enjoyed it, because I promised it, and look, I delivered on my promise. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.